Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas Nunez and I am the Scrum Master for the Summer 2019 EFWE team for the EFFORT project, whose product owner and mentor is Dr. Masood Sajadi. And the user story that I will be presenting this video on is EFRT-1622, which is the creation of the common.ini file for the MT5 startup. So what is a common.ini file exactly? So it's a file located in the config directory of your MetaTrader 5 data folder, and it stores the MetaTrader 5 settings, the terminal settings, containing information about your Forex account credentials, so your login and password and server, FTP settings for sending user reports, the charts that are open, expert advisors, scripts, testers, etc. And it's also used to start up your terminal with predefined settings. If you'd like to see those settings, refer to this link attached. And this is what the common.ini file is supposed to look like. This is not all the information. As a matter of fact, I can show you right now what this file is supposed to look like. This is a common.ini file. This is the common.ini file for when the terminal has already opened. So as you can see here, there is no startup category, nowhere to be seen. And this is because the file gets overwritten once the terminal is open. Not to worry though, because we make a copy of the common.ini file in the MQL5 files directory. And that one obviously doesn't get overwritten because it's only the config one that gets overwritten. So if we need to read some of the startup parameters from MQL5, we read it from the files directory, because that one does not get overwritten until we create another ini file for an MT5 instance. So you would see in the VPS API project the inifile.cs class, and that contains a void create ini function whose parameters are the MT5 terminal instance. We're going to need that for MQL5 to be able to access it, and that's to call the report error API function, which I'll talk about in another video. So this class also contains the path where the common.ini file will be located, and it also contains objects for each category of settings modeled after the link that I showed you 2 slides ago. And this ini file, this create ini function, is used by the start terminal VPS API function. If you want more information on that, refer to Luis Carrillo's video for EFRT-1625. This will be located on the same playlist. Now, I'm going to demonstrate a couple of the models. These are pretty simple to make because they were created after this link, which, very nicely gives you all these categories. I'll show it to you also. So let's go to startup, my favorite one. So startup settings contain expert, symbol, period, template. This would be for the expert name, the chart symbol, so let's say euros to US dollars, period, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 month. Template, this is the template file. I would talk about that in another video. We have expert parameters, script parameters. They're all strings, of course. Let's see where I could find something that's not a string. So common, we have the login information, the Forex login, Forex password, Forex server. As you can see, ints here are nullable. And we have some int here that are actually Boolean, but at the end of the day, Boolean is int. Maybe it would be more appropriate to put bool question mark for a nullable Boolean. The reason that I made these nullable is that in any file, I only add the parameter if it's not null. We're taking all this information that is in the start terminal function. That information is taken from the EFFORT API. And we check to see if all those things are null. Why? Because a lot of these settings aren't used yet. I only added every single one for the sake of any future tasks that you guys would do. So a lot of them are going to be null. And if they're null, what's the point of putting them in the file, right? And comments in the common.ini file are done with the semicolon. Oh. So that's why I have in the stream writer, some of them have comments. And since there are a lot of parameters that have the same name, like you can see in the startup, in common login, the parameter is just called login. Same thing in, let's see, email. There is login also, same parameter name, but this falls under the email category. So just to make this easier, when I'm reading an MQL5, for the parameters that we need right now, I comment above and I indicate whatever the parameter is. So instead of login, I put terminal ID. Oh no, I'm sorry. I put account login is, and then the value. Same thing with the experts. So for expert, you need to put the path of the expert. That's what we're obtaining. So over here, I comment the expert name. So it's just a substring taking the last index of the backslash plus 1, and that gives us the name of the expert. We're going to be using that in MQL5, which I'll explain in the Managed Terminal video. That is, I can't remember the name yet, but it'll be in this playlist. It'll have the title Managed Terminal. So yeah, it checks if all of these are null, and if not null, then we write line. Simple as that. And it creates an ini file. I'll show you an example of an ini file that was created with this function. We go to MQL5, Files, common.ini, and this is some of the information that was put. Tester, of course, that's not there. Nothing there. FTP, not there. And you see the comments up here. It's green, meaning it's commented. And yeah, I believe that's about it for this function. Once again, this function is used by the Start Terminal API function. So if you want more information on the Start Terminal API function, refer to Luis Carrillo's EFRT-1622 video. I've pretty much explained the uses of this function. Not much to it. Hope you enjoyed this explanation. Once again, my name is Nicholas Nunez, and my email is nnune028@fiu.edu, and Dr. Masood Sajadi's email is sadjadi@cs.fiu.edu. Once again, Dr. Masood Sajadi is the mentor and product owner for this project. Thank you, and have a nice day.